Hi, my name is Thomas, I'm from Qbilon, and in this tutorial you will learn how to create your own view definitions in Qbilon about the questions you might have of your PRTG data. So let's just jump into it and have a look. So if you want to create a view in Qbilon, you have to go to the view section. Within this view section, you go to add view in the top right corner, and then you have three options. Either you create a graph view, a table view, or a chart view. So let's start with the graph view. The graph view editor will load the meta model, the schema of your data that you have loaded into Qbilon. What you can see right now is that we have loaded into it a PRTG data connector, PRTG system information connector, and merged this data already. So what you see are PRTG groups, devices, and PRTG sensor instances. For this view, we're just interested in the PRTG group. Hold Shift pressed and select Contains, PRTG group. This contains relation and the device. And to add it to your view, just right click on it and click on Add Selected Elements. As we don't want to see it as a flat graph like nodes and edges, but in a containerized version, we just click here on the Edit element for the Contains relations and make it a container. You can already see in the preview of what you've created that this will now be displayed as a container node. We repeat this for the other contains relation, and that's basically it. Just click on Next, give your new view a nice title, the Ultimate Graph View, and click on Save. So now that you created a new graph view, you will see it in this view overview here at the top bottom. And to see it, you go just onto the eye icon. And drill down all the hierarchy levels. And what you now see is an overview over all your devices contained in their respective probes or groups or other groups. And what you can do now is to customize this view further. So for this tutorial, we thought of a last seen graph. So you can see what devices have not been seen within the last few days. For this, we create an analysis rule. Just click on Analysis, Add Rule, select the device, make it red because we want to get warned about devices that haven't been seen within the last few days, and select the last seen property, make it before, and select today. No, today. And right now, nothing happens because the data that has been loaded into Qbilon was loaded just a few minutes ago. But to simulate how this would look like if we go up into the future, we just changed this rule to tomorrow, and then all the devices turn red. So with this view, you could see what devices haven't been seen within the last few days, and could probably track changes within your landscape. For the next view type, we will just create a table view. Table views are pre-designed for sorts of reports, if you want to report something about your whole landscape. And for this, we select the device, the PRTG sensor instance. Go to Next, and now we can add all the properties we are interested of this device. And we select the PRTG name. We also add the status we're interested in. Also see the sensor type. The last value we've seen. Last value, take last value. the tags that have been assigned to this sensor, the PRTG URL, because we want to have the URL which we can use to jump into PRTG, and the device name. No, sorry, not the device name. And just click on Next. Call this our PRTG sensor overview and click on Save. So the PRTG sensor overview shows now up in our views. We go into it. And what we can see now is a list of all the sensors that have been loaded into PRTG. What you can do now is, if you have to create a report about a specific type of filter, you could start to add type filters. So you can select here the PRTG sensor instance, the property type, the sensor type, and say you're just interested in a specific sensor type. Then we just select the SNMP sensor, Cisco RDSL, and create this filter. And right now the whole list is filtered down to only those sensor types that have this sensor. You can see still the text, the date last value, and you also can use the PRTG URL to jump right into PRTG to see more information about this specific sensor. You can do the same thing by colorizing. So if you want to add a color rule and make it red and say we select the PRTG sensor instance, the sensor type like before is equal to, and just select one that we can see here, the AWS-AC2. Create this filter, then those are colored red, and you instantly see which one of those have the sensor type you were looking for. This table view can be used for any report. You can drill down to any data you have loaded into Qbilon. You can filter after it, you can colorize it, whatever you like best. And the last view we want to have a look at is a chart view. So you go here on the chart view, and what you can do here is you look for the PRTG sensor instance again. Select the status. Oh no, the status we already have. We are the last value. The last value numeric. The total number, and we are only interested, let's say, in a specific sensor type. So we want to create a chart view about the disk load status of all the disks you have monitored with PRTG. So for this we select the sensor type is equal to SNMP disk free. Save. And to make this chart look a little bit better, we just make a check here at the intervals, check, and create some intervals, let's say from 0 to 20, with an interval from 20 to 80, and the last interval from 80 to 100, so that you have the different sorts of disk usage categorized into one of those three intervals. We also want to make this a little bit more colorful, therefore we make it, we select default color colorful, and as we don't want to have our 20 to 80 segment colored red, we add another color rule and say, okay, it should be red when it is in this segment, it should be yellow when it is in the 20 to 80 segment, and it should be green when the disk is rarely used and in the 0 to 20 segment. So we go to next, say our chart view. Now that you created the chart view, you can go into it by clicking on the I button, and you see all those segments you've created, and you can see that like 20 sensors report a usage between 0 and 20%, like 46 in the segment of 20 to 80, and not so little amount in the segment of 80 to 100. Maybe you should have a look at it. Sometimes sensors also report undefined values. You can exclude them from the report just by clicking on the Show Undefined. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful, and if you want to learn more about Qbilon, check out our other tutorials. If you liked the video, hit the like and subscribe button, and if you want to try it out for yourself, just contact our support. And I hope to see you in the next video, and goodbye.